Hello?
What's up, girl? What happened after Tony dumped you?
Girl, I'm over it. I went from heartbreak to hate.
Hello, Joy.
Hey, Bob.
How's it going?
It's going about as good as it could.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. We'll get into it.
We'll get into it. Okay. It is November.
Yes, finally.
You are a Wyclef Jean, and you've been gone till November.
I was gone till November, yes.
So, Halloween
Halloween was
happened.
interesting. Maybe we should talk about what you did first, what you wore.
Oh, yeah, mine's a little less interesting.
Right.
So, I had 2 Halloween costumes this year. The first one was a necklace with 4 apples on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was Bob 4 apples.
Which was amazing.
Right. Pun intended, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Then I pulled out this little lacy witchcraft collar that I had and some pearls. And I was Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Which that picture was amazing. But you didn't tell people how that costume happened.
Oh, it was just things I had in my car.
I meant the fact that you got braided into
Oh, yeah, no.
dressing up
because
you
people
didn't.
assume because I'm the person that I am that Halloween's my favorite time of the year and that it's, I mean, I'm Halloween year round. I hate to be so cliche, but that's
Sometimes
just
you have
me.
to give the people what they want.
Yeah, I mean, so then I was just at my car. I'm like, look, I'm tired. Literally only have an hour left at work because I left early that day. So I just threw it on, went in, won all the awards.
You did. You posted it on Facebook, and the kids went wild.
Yes.
Everybody loved it. Everybody was really impressed. All of that was in your car.
I know.
You have a tiny car.
I have a tiny car, but people don't even know that I have a tiny car. People people don't know me. For years, I was a photographer at any point in time. Like when you first met me, at any point in time, I would like do photo sets and stuff like that. So I had
only nudes.
I had wigs, makeup, just random fabrics to make clothes in a whim. I used to carry all that stuff with me at all times in the trunk of my car. So people just don't know me like they think they know me.
I know, but I guess it's really because I do know you. I'm like, damn, all that shit's still in the back of there? Because when I look in the back of the car, it looks like there's nothing back there.
Because they're all under the folded down seat in the back.
Well, I figure that much now. Jesus.
It's not in my trunk, which
There is no trunk.
There's a trunk. It's got laundry detergent and whatever. So enough about me.
Yeah.
What did you do for Halloween?
Well, funny you should ask. I decided to go to the ER and the hospital for Halloween. Yay!
And how was that experience?
Don't even get me started. Don't. I was playing the role of possible stroke victim number 1. So.
And you were doing quite well. I would have said that you might have won an Emmy.
Yeah, there was emotion. There was the highs, the lows, the laughter, the tears. Definitely the tears.
Cheers, yeah.
The anger. I didn't throw anything. That's the only thing that I think was missing.
No.
I didn't have a big temper tantrum and throw anything, but
you could have.
I could have. I felt it in my spirit, and then I decided that's probably not the best way to get help. So I spent all Wednesday in a hospital gown. Answering tons of questions. Do you know how many questions they ask you when you get not in ER? ER asks you its own questions.
Like, what's your religion? Oof.
Yes. Do you need to see a chaplain? That kind of thing. But then when you go upstairs to your actual room, there's a whole new admission process with new questions.
New people.
Most of the questions you've already answered. And then at one point, the nurse said, how would you describe yourself? What words would you use to describe yourself? How would others describe you? What are your strengths and weaknesses? And I was like, I thought she was joking.
Were you applying for a job?
That's what I said. I was like, I already have a job, lady. I've done all my interviews. I don't understand.
And my insurance will be paying you, so leave me alone.
She was like, I promise this is what these questions are listed. So that was my Halloween. Definitely no tricks or treats. I guess you could say tricks.
I
I was
mean,
tricked by nurses and doctors.
Ooh, you were tricked by your
I
body.
I was tricked by my body. I was tricked into getting IVs.
Right.
But eventually they saw good fit to let me go with a ton of new medicine and left me with one side of my face not working and go out there and be somebody. So that's what I'm doing.
Would you like to tell the children listening what you're going through?
I currently have Bell's palsy, which makes it so awesome to talk. It's just when one side of your face, the muscles don't work, and it's caused by an infection. I don't know what infection I had, but it eventually resolves itself. They can give you steroids to try and help, but nobody can tell you how long it will last. So, yeah, I've had this since Tuesday afternoon, and it is Sunday.
So 5 days in.
Mm-hmm. And so we'll see. So just walking around looking like half sad, half happy.
You know what though? I knew a girl once that she had that permanently, the two-face, if you will, look.
Right.
But she got shot. So I just tell people you got shot.
Okay, I could do that.
That's a little more cool than Bell's palsy, right?
It's definitely
I got
cooler.
shot at a strip club
Why has it got to be a strip club?
because that's what happened to her.
Oh, okay. So we're
She
taking,
wasn't a stripper,
we're
but she
taking
got
her
shot.
whole story
Yeah, I mean,
and putting it on
I don't know
highlight.
what she's doing today, but hey, how's it going? But yeah,
Okay, I'll try that at work.
yeah. It might not be a work type thing, but. So what else has been going on with you? It feels like it's been a long October.
It has been a long October.
We had 5 weeks of it.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty good October. You know, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina came out. We watched
Oh,
that.
yeah.
We both binged.
We both binged that. We
Finished
did
that.
enjoy that.
Suggest that everybody watch that show. I finally saw Pumpkinhead, which I know is a horror movie that has a place in your heart.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know, we finally got it. We got a fall. Every year it's a question whether or not we're going to really get one.
And now we're into the November rain of it all, and I just can't stop
Yeah.
hearing the Guns N' Roses song playing in my head. Nothing lasts forever, even cold November rain.
So
Every year I plan on posting that on Facebook, but every year I remember I was going to post that in December. I was just going to, every year I think I should quote that. And then it's December.
Okay.
Because, you know, my life is so busy that I just can't even do a Facebook post.
You're a man of many talents and many, requests. People always need your presence in their life. So
I'm a Renaissance person.
you are.
I do multiple types of things. I'm a G-shay
Yeah.
sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Artist sometimes.
All the time.
Asshole all the time.
Right. You gotta have at least one full-time thing, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, I have a full-time job too. But being an asshole is really 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're like truly committed to.
I mean, why stop now?
I hear you. I'm not denying.
I mean, yeah.
But now what do you feel that it is November? It's like anticlimactic. We had Halloween, and now what is there? Because Christmas is already dead to you.
Oh, yes. I know
We
Christ rose, but still.
We tried to go into a store. They're already playing Christmas music, and Bob has decided to go into hibernation until March.
March, much like the Christ child, I will rise again. Actually, Easter's April 22nd. Maybe I should just go for that. That's the day I'll go back to stores.
Okay.
And they enraged me as well because we were looking at stuff to buy and the things that you can buy online, and they were selling it in the store, and they didn't have the size of it that I needed written on there, so I don't know the exact specifications, blah, 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 blah. But online, they will give you even the molecular structure of the object in the description. So I was angry at that as well, because you want me to buy local, but you want to give me no information.
Yeah. I did find that really strange because it was like for making arts and crafts and that's when you need some fucking measurements, if ever.
If ever is anything, yeah. I mean, and I don't know if jewelry making is a technical science, but metalworking is metallurgical. You know that.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, and jewelry
engineering.
making it's kind of an exact science. If you've got a giant fucking hole and you're supposed to put a jewel in there, you kind of need to know what size goes in.
Yeah, not all holes expand depending on
That
the
is
thing that's shoved into it. Speaking of holes expanding,
Mm-hmm.
how long do you think a person can actually pretend to be a virgin?
Ooh.
I mean, do you think?
I think it's a number of times. Like, how many times could you pretend? I mean, are you doing your Kegels? If you're doing your Kegels, 5 or 6 maybe.
I mean, I guess, honestly, though, it really just depends on the size of the thing.
It does. Listen.
So if it's not totally small and falls right out, then you can say you're still a virgin, right? And I'm not just talking about women. I'm talking about assholes on men, too. So this is not a sexist discussion.
Right. But I can only speak to females, so.
Yes, and I can only speak to
Assholes.
my hole. But I was giving some advice to a person online last night who just randomly asked me
That was amazing.
how to become a prostitute, or that they were considering prostitution, and I was giving them all the basic business model for prostitution and the things they need to do and how to figure out the proper structure for their payment.
Right.
And since they were using
Helpful cleanup hints.
helpful cleanup hints, what to deduct from your your profits. And so he said that he was a virgin, and I had said that, well, if you continue, get your acting skills honed,
Right.
you can continue to be a virgin forever.
See, and I'm going to say no, because there's only so many times you can remember to have that little bit of like reluctance, you know what I mean? And like the muscle, like you're like, oh no, I wasn't ready. After a while, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm totally a virgin. And then you're like, oh, are you back there? My bad.
You're a virgin. I've fallen out 8 times and I have a 10-inch dick. No, and it's not about the length, it's about the circumference. So,
Preach it.
I don't know. I think with a rectum, you could probably get a little bit more mileage than you could.
Yeah, I'm sure. That makes sense. More mileage out of a rectum.
Because you're used to forcing things out of there that are larger than the hole.
Right.
And, yeah. Anal sex, y'all. Merry Christmas.
In case people hadn't noticed, this will not be a month of Thanksgiving and gratitude. That will not be this show.
No, I'm not can we talk about that for a second?
We should just tell people up front, this is what they aren't going to get this month.
And then I'm going to offend everybody that does it. But I really hate the month-long of things. You know why?
Please tell me.
Number one, the whole reason you're being thankful is on the blood of the Native Americans.
Yeah.
Pick another month. Do it for 31 motherfucking days. That will impress me.
Okay. All right.
Remember the leap year and do it 29 days in February. Wait, only do it when it's leap year.
There you go.
That's even better.
2020.
There you go. You got a whole nother year and a half to figure out what you need to be thankful for. You're thankful for the long hours for Christmas season shopping. Susan, I'm not for it. Brenda, I don't want to hear about it.
I am really going to have to only get things on Amazon and at the grocery store. And even the grocery store is kind of like, you have to find the right time to go.
Yeah, because obviously you can't go right after work, which is the worst thing, because that's the only time I have between hoeing and working. That
if you could just get up and start going at 3 a.m., that is the best.
I used to do that, but and that was a good time to go. But I think you make bad judgment calls at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Even
because
if
you just
go,
pick up random guys in the parking lot.
Okay, that's not where I was going, but
Oreos.
Yeah, that's more what I was thinking. Some people's addiction.
You go to Oreos, I go to Oreos.
Some people's addiction is sugar, some people's is dicks. You just never know, kids.
It's not an addiction.
Well, anyways, just know that we are thankful that you're listening, and that's about it.
We are thankful for every single person that listens to us, but
other than that,
I don't know. Sometimes I think those things on Facebook are forced.
A lot of them are forced.
And you know that I'm not in it for the God. Yeah, I don't know. If it's going to be like a religious post, just have a religious post I don't know. Just say you're thankful at the beginning of the month with one post. Then I can unfollow that post, and you can continue every day after that, responding to that post what you're thankful with. I think that's what people need to do.
I know you do, because it would make your life easier.
I mean, I think people need more like library science skills. Like make a category, bullet points under the category.
There you go. I actually saw somebody who just said, today starts my 365 days of gratitude, and I am curious to see how they're going to keep that up.
So, was this person in a coma?
No. But I know that they're going to probably try and have something every day.
Well, then the worst part is going to be I've missed the last 10 days, so here's 10 things I'm thankful for. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Twix.
The right Twix.
The right Twix.
I love it. No, it's when it gets down to, I'm thankful for air.
Yeah.
And, not that that's not something we need.
No, I think that's incorrect. I think that somebody needs to never say they're thankful for air. Because to me, the people who do all these thankful things are people who maybe don't believe 100% into science.
Yeah.
And air is science. Oxygen and air are actually two separate things. But oxygen is science.
It is.
Speaking of science and Christians.
Okay.
Nationalists.
Oh, God. But not all Christians are nationalists.
No. I didn't say that.
Okay.
But all nationalists
Somebody will
are
hear
Christians.
that, though. All what?
All nationalists are Christians because the whole website says Christian values.
I would say that, yeah.
I mean, neither one of us can be a nationalist according to their website because I'm gay.
And I'm not white.
And you're not white. And I don't know if it had said tattoos, but there was.
No, listen, they will not have the numbers they need if they're going to exclude tattoos.
But I think there was something, I think they didn't want people with like a past or something like that. Anyway, so let me put this on the table. Nationalist. It's a word.
It is.
Not as fun as colonists.
No, not as fun as colonizer.
Yeah, they just want to change that up a little bit. But do you know what Nazi actually means?
See, I don't.
She's going to pretend like she doesn't, but I already told her.
You know what? You never go along with my little things when I do them.
I'm not into acting.
I can't.
We're the honest hour here.
Whatever.
29 minutes.
No.
Can't even lie about the amount of time. So Nazi actually comes from the word nationalist.
Which I did not know before you told me.
So it's just like a abbreviation or a nickname for a nationalist in Germany at the time. So, yes, you're a Nazi.
So people who are going around calling nationalist Nazis are not wrong, actually.
No.
They just didn't know that.
They're like 100% correct.
We're like, you're overreacting, and it's like, oh, no, maybe that's technically correct.
And then my whole thing is, obviously, I'm not picking on anybody who lives in the South. Dramatic pause. But you cannot be a nationalist at your fundamental core. I'm doing a circular motion for those listening around my finger, much like this little light of mine. You do that in church. You cannot have a Confederate flag and be a nationalist because the Confederate flag is the absolute symbol of anti-American.
Yeah.
Not because I say so, but because you wanted to leave the entire fucking nation.
Correct.
And separate yourself and create a whole nother flag.
Yeah.
And then use that flag for hate and things for the rest of the time the flag's been in existence. And so you cannot say that flag is American because it's the opposite.
And see,
American.
now I'm sitting here trying to think if what a nationalist response to that would be, because everything you just said was logical, made perfect sense, and was rational. But as we know, those type of people are not usually rational. So the response would probably be something like, but this is our values or this is our heritage. You know what I mean? Something that
Yeah, the
doesn't-
heritage
It's
thing.
usually the heritage. Something that would completely jump over, you know, the points you made. Pretend like they didn't even hear that part.
Right.
Because there's no answer.
Well,
if you have nothing to stand on.
And as a person who's lived in the South
Mm-hmm.
and is white
Right. Word.
and has known people who have Confederate flag items, I sort of understand a heritage thought behind it for people from the South. Now, if you don't live in the South, you've never lived in the South,
Oh yeah.
and you have a Confederate flag on it, it doesn't mean you're a rebel for shit. It means you're a racist piece of shit.
Yeah. We've talked about this. I
Yeah.
don't know if we talked about this on the air
I don't
before
think
or
we
not,
have.
but we have talked about this, and I've told other people this. It's like if you're in the Midwest and I see a Confederate flag, you're telling me who you are.
Yeah,
If you're
absolutely.
in the South, you know what I mean? Like I even had a friend that I worked with who was like hardcore the heritage thing, and I know she truly believed that. That's how she approached it. Okay, it took me a while, but I was like, I'm willing to go there because you grew up.
Well, there's even
know.
there's even some black people, that one person, who believes that is a heritage
That one person
flag.
that's been on the news before that they have.
Right. Yeah. That may have been or not have been drunk when they found him and made him agree to that it's part of his heritage. But it is part of his heritage because
Right.
slaves are part of his heritage. Anyway, but yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Yeah, if you're above a southern state and you have a Confederate flag, you have no excuse. You're not a rebel.
No.
What you are is a person who wants to show that you're an asshole by purchasing something you can get in a fucking gas station. And there's the pride.
Yeah.
It's not even like a flag. It's not even something. I mean, and also, but then, and whatever.
Yes.
We're not even supposed to have anything according to the rules of the flag in the Constitution or whatever the hell's the rules of the flag. We're not supposed to wear shirts with the flag on
Oh,
it.
yeah, don't
We're not supposed to have any kind of printed materials with the flag on it. We're not supposed to have any kind of like mimicking of an actual flag in any way, shape, or form, except for a fucking actual flag.
Yes. But that's all you will find if you go to Myrtle Beach.
Right. I mean, Old Navy.
Oh yeah, anywhere, most places, right? Like, and people justify it when it fits their like, well, but I'm using it this way. But if you do something that I consider to be defiling it, then that's a problem. It's like, well, you know, you either got to go all the way with the rules or with none of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you either have to abide by all rules or no rules. You either have to be a rule follower or a rule breaker. There's no like. But then we wouldn't be Americans, right?
That's true. Well, can I give you a quick second for breaking stereotypes?
Oh, sure.
The flag made me think of it. So, just a couple days ago, driving along, see this giant red truck, like old school big pickup, like maybe a giant, I'm not going to name a brand, but anyways.
Right.
2 giant flags on poles on either side of the truck, okay, hanging out. And then as you get closer, you can see the red balls hanging on the back.
Oh, yeah. The
Oh,
truck balls.
the pickup, yeah, the truck balls, and tinted windows. And I'm like, okay, I know who's driving that truck. Oh no, because as I got closer and stopped, R&B is playing very loudly, and I'm like, and it was a black man. I'm like, what? Mind blown, just cracked into a million pieces because I just knew that was a white person.
Do you think he saw the Black Klansman and went out real quick
Maybe
and
so.
decided to jump in?
I don't know. It threw me, and it was regular American flag, so it wasn't Confederate, but still, I'm like, none of the first 3 things, we don't do those.
I bet he was in the army.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's learned behavior.
That is learned behavior. That is like I have a bunch of bros
Yep.
as my
Yep.
friends.
We all have trucks.
And
Yep. That's Uncle Tom there.
he said it,
I said it, and I'm white, so I shouldn't have. Sorry.
but he's not. No, you're not. Don't be sorry.
Oh, I'm not sorry. I was just joking.
I know.
I'm not Kanye West, at least. Yeah, I don't know. There's some stereotype. I mean, yeah, there's some stereotypes, I guess, that can be broken.
I guess so. He broke that one. I said, okay, I'll double check from now on.
Yeah, because maybe he's just one of those people, and they're the people I dislike the most in the world, if I can categorize all people who drive large trucks as an entire race of people. I will do that. They are the most annoying human beings on earth because they want to take up the most space possible. They park their trucks sideways in parking lots because they don't want anyone to hit their precious car that already looks like someone hit their precious car 300 times. Most of them don't have a purpose for an actual truck.
That's what I was going to say.
No one's hauling farm shit. No one's hunting deer. I mean, here in this area, yeah, we can see that. But there's lots of people who just have massive trucks just to have massive trucks.
And that's my thing. The person who has a truck just to have a truck, a big one for no reason, and you know they've never hauled anything in the bed of it ever. It's like those are the ones, and they're usually the biggest asshole drivers.
Yeah.
Just huge dicks, but carrying little dicks. Like huge dick person carrying a little dick in their body. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they go to buy a truck. They're like, "Can I get the little dick package? Jack my
with the extra big wheels.
The big wheels, yeah." So I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. Is like, I don't get it. I mean, I don't get it. And I've lived in a farming town, and I know people who would have trucks and they had purposes behind their trucks. They would haul things. They would haul people. I myself had a 1969 Chevy for a couple weeks.
Okay.
My intention was to mount yard furniture into the back of the truck and then just drive it around and hang out in the back of the truck.
Hey.
As one would do.
As one would.
But then I decided to sell it because I wasn't really into it. So... But for that brief 2 weeks of my life, I owned a Chevy truck.
Look at you.
Yeah. Shout out to Chevy. If you want to sponsor our podcast, please give me a call. Yeah, I know. And the Hummers of it all, there's still people with Hummers.
There are.
Why?
I don't know, because I guess if there's something in you that says, I'd really only like to get 6 miles to the gallon because double fuck the universe. I don't give a shit about the environment.
And I completely understand if you were maybe in the military and you drove a Hummer and you really had a great time in the military. Shout out to people who actually have good times in the military, because most friends that I know did not really have the greatest time in the military and deal with that every single day. But maybe you had the greatest time of your life in the military and you want to go back to that by driving a Hummer because it's 2003. Do they even make them anymore?
I don't know if they make them anymore, but we still see them here in town.
Oh, yeah.
In bright ass
and then
yellow.
The H2. That's the H2, though, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Because whenever you realize that you're using so much gas, you have to make a smaller version.
So you can get 11 miles to the
11 miles to the gallon. I don't understand it. We all know that I have the smallest car in the world. And I don't know. Sometimes I get dirty looks from people who drive trucks. And I'm like, bitch, I'm basically driving a truck. My car just has a front seat.
Right.
I'm just like you, except for you have this giant bed on the back that you never use. So you know what? I'm better than you.
Uh-oh.
Because I typically am.
Yes, you always think that.
I don't think that. There's documents. As I toss my hair that doesn't exist.
No, I noticed that. I wasn't going to say anything.
That's okay. Can't get over it. No, you can't be a narcissist and then not think you're amazing.
I know the struggles of you.
I know. Sad, pitiful me. So do you have anything else for the end of this random ass podcast? What do you think you're thankful for?
No, I don't have anything I'm thankful for, other than not being in the hospital anymore. And no, this has been a delightfully random.
Yeah, we should call that Delightfully Random Podcast.
That's what we should. I think you should name it that. Trademark. No, just know that it'll probably be more random throughout November.
Yeah, we may talk more about colonizers just for shits and giggles as I do my nails. Hey, shout out to South Africa. Because we've had some listens in South Africa.
Yes, thank you, South Africa.
We maybe don't agree with your politics, but thanks for listening.
And remember that to be beautiful and natural is the birthright of every woman. And I wish you all loads and loads of loveliness and good luck.